Hello there, my name's Scott. Today I'm going to be doing a review on the e-cig starter kit, which I received from www.jackvapor.com. Before I start, I must point out I did receive it free of charge for the purpose of conducting a review. My opinion of the product remains true, honest and accurate as always. Okay, so let's go straight ahead and show you what's in the box. Okay, so the e-cig comes in a nice little presentation box. If you lift up the lid, inside you're going to find a well, not so much a user manual, but more of a user card or information card. And you're going to find a PCC, which stands for portable charging case. Underneath that, you're going to find two of the 63mm length V3 batteries. These are the latest versions of these type of batteries, which incidentally are exactly the same as what you'd find on the Volt or the Blue Max Fusion. You then get one box which contains a mini USB charger and a USB mains adapter. You're going to get a USB charging cable, and underneath that you're going to find one box which contains 5 18mg strength tobacco flavoured cartomizers. Okay, so let's go and show you the actual e-cig and then also take a closer look at the PCC. Okay, I'll just start off by very quickly showing you the actual electronic cigarette, and then I'll show you the PCC in a bit more detail. Okay, so from a beginner's point of view, now these are very good models just because they're so simple to use. It's literally made up of two parts. You have the automatic battery and the cartomizer. Now a cartomizer, for those who aren't aware, is a cartridge and an atomizer all built into one unit. Now to use it, all you have to do is very simply screw the two pieces together, and that's it, you can start vaping. On the end here you have an LED which will light up every time you inhale, and it is an automatic battery, so literally all you have to do is inhale. There's no sort of buttons to press or anything like that. Now the kit does come with these, or 5 of these, not particularly nice coloured cartomizers. You know, it doesn't really go with a black battery. Obviously you can choose, you know, whether you want a black battery, a chrome battery or a white battery, and obviously it does look a lot better with the white battery. But they also do sell black coloured cartomizers separately on the site, and obviously the black battery with the black cartomizer, you know, it just makes it look a lot smarter. They are, again, these are the like I said, these are the V3 batteries, which are exactly the same as the ones on the Volt or the Blue Max Fusion, and the cartomizers are also the V3 cartomizers, which again you'll find on the Volt or the Blue Max Fusion. And they've got this a slightly different end cap on there now, which seems to be a lot easier to sort of remove, so when you want to come to sort of refill them and that. But that's the only sort of physical difference I can see. Everything else seems to be performing exactly the same. Okay, so that is the actual electronic cigarette. So I'll just quickly show you the actual PCC now. Okay, so here is the PCC, and PCC stands for portable charging case. And in every sense of the word, it's a case that's portable and allows you to charge your batteries. You don't actually need to be near like a mains power supply if one of your batteries runs out. Inside the PCC you have a quite a high capacity internal battery, and obviously you have to sort of initially charge the internal battery, and then once it's charged you then have the ability to be able to actually charge the e-cig's batteries. So if you open up the lid, you then have space here for storing 6 of the cartomizers. I've only got 3 close to hand at the moment, so just pop those in there, and obviously you've got another 3 spaces there. And in here you do have 2 areas for charging the actual e-cig batteries. So I'm just going to try and screw one in left-handed. So all we have to do to charge it is literally just screw that into place. And I'll screw the other one in as well. And that's it. Now on the front here you have a little button. If you press the button once, it'll give you it'll tell you the status of the PCC's internal battery. So if I press it once, I've got 2 blue lights coming up there. So in theory that means I've got my battery is at sort of about 50%. So if I want to actually charge the 2 batteries here, all you have to do is press and hold the button down for a few seconds. Then the lights will start flashing, and it'll basically just sort of try and assess, you know, whether your batteries need to be charged or not. and then hopefully after a few seconds it will let you know whether they need to be charged, and it should turn red now. So basically this side here you can see the battery is already full, so the light's gone off, but on this side here I've got a red light, so this means that this battery is actually charging at the moment. Okay, so I'll just quickly take this one out and show you something else. So even though obviously you've got one charge in there, you can also, you do have enough room again on both sides to be able to actually sort of store a fully assembled one there as well. So you can have one that's charging, and when you want to vape, just quickly take that out, have a few tokes, and then whack it back in the case. And again, once that battery's fully charged, if you want, you can also add another cartomizer onto it and store it there. So in theory you can actually store 8 cartomizers in total, so that's 6 there, and one on either side of here. You know, basically this will allow you to go out in the morning without having to sort of worry about, you know, taking bottles of e-liquid out with you, without having to worry about sort of, you know, carrying loads of batteries or being near a power supply in case your batteries runs out. You know, this one of these kits will sort of keep me going for a couple of days. So I'm not a particularly heavy vapor, I'd say I'm more of a moderate vapor, but this will keep me going for a long time before I need to actually recharge the PCC's internal battery. But I would have thought even you know, a very heavy vapor, you know, with 8 cartomizers, 2 batteries, plus, you know, the PCC, which will obviously charge the batteries for you, you know, I still think you're going to get, you know, a good couple of days out of it. I would have thought at least a day and a half anyway. Okay, so that is the PCC. I will give you, obviously I have reviewed models like the Volt before, but you know, I will give you a quick demonstration on the actual electronic cigarette. Okay, so let's go and take a look at that now. Okay, so that is the XL starter kit. Comes with a very nice PCC that's a little bit different to the other ones that are on the market at the moment. Obviously you've got plenty of storage space there for your cartomizers. You can charge 2 batteries at the same time, or carry around sort of 2 fully assembled electronic cigarettes. So, you know, one of those you can leave the house in the morning and you're sorted for at least a full day, for me personally anyway. Okay, so I'm going to be using the cartomizer that come with the kit. No, but just before I go, and I have already reviewed this model before under the name of the Volt, so I'm not going to go into sort of too much detail about it. But also I do want to give you a quick run through, should I say, and just give you my sort of like thoughts and scores on it. Okay, so I'm using the cartomizers that come with the kit, which are these rather garish, bright yellow ones, which, you know, if you've got a white battery won't look too bad, but on a black battery, not really my cup of tea. But you know, if you get the black cartomizers with the black battery, it makes it look like quite a stylish looking electronic cigarette. Anyway, here we go. As you can see now, produces a really nice amount of vapour, easily comparable to sort of any other sort of 510 device that's on the market at the moment at the same sort of voltage. So vapour wise, you know, you get a really nice amount of vapour there. Flavour of the cartomizers that come with the kit. You know, it's quite a nice flavour. It's nothing sort of to write home about, if I'm honest, but it's, you know, it's just like a smoky sort of tobacco taste. It's not particularly strong, but it's not particularly weak either. And it is something I can sort of quite happily vape on all day. But I think by the time it's the next day, I probably would want a little bit of a change in the flavour. But nevertheless, so you know, it is a nice flavour. And like I said, you know, you can refill these cartomizers. You know, once they run dry, you know, just get yourself your own sort of favourite flavoured e-liquids and just fill them up again, basically. Throat hit wise, you're getting a nice strong throat hit. I like to do a mouth inhale. We take the vapour into your mouth, breathe it down into your lungs, and that gives you that sort of nice kick in the back of your throat. And even though this is 18 milligram strength, I'm still getting a really nice sort of solid thump there. Because I personally find that the higher the nicotine content of the e-liquid, or the cartomizer in this case, like the stronger or the harsher the throat hit. And 18 milligram strength, it's not too high and it's not too low, but regardless, I'm still getting that nice kick there. Battery life on it, you know, it's not brilliant if you're going to compare it to some like the big battery devices out there, which, you know, you can get sort of, you know, good sort of 2 or 3 days worth of vaping out of. But if you're going to compare it to other models in its class or this sort of size, then the battery life is actually quite good. I'd class myself as like a moderate vapor. You know, I'm not one of these people who, as soon as I wake up in the morning, I'm chain vaping all day long until I go to sleep at night. You know, I just sort of use my electronic cigarettes whenever I want to have a vape or get a nicotine craving, basically. So I'm more of a moderate vapor. I'm still getting like a good sort of 3 hours worth of use out of it. However, if you're like a chain vapor or a really heavy vapor, then you're probably going to sort of get probably around sort of half that amount, about an hour and a half's worth of sort of good vaping out of it. But like I said, no, if you compare it to other models in this size or the similar size, then the battery life is actually quite good. But bear in mind, you've got the PCC, so really battery life isn't an issue at all, because you can have one charging up while you're vaping on the other one. You know, so you're always going to have like a fully charged battery, basically. And every time you finish vaping, just unscrew the cartomizer, screw it into the PCC. Next time you want to have a vape, you know, straight away you've got a fully charged battery again. The switch performance on it, it's an automatic switch and it works perfectly. You know, every time you take a drag, straight away it lights up. There's no sort of delays or little stutters or anything like that. The switch works very well. Also, it's another bonus, it doesn't seem to be activated by wind or by sort of like speakers. Well, I'm going to assume it's not activated by speakers. I can't honestly say I've taken it into a nightclub and stood there next to a speaker and tested it, because you know, I'm getting on a bit now. I don't really go out clubbing anymore. But I'm going to assume that if it's not activated by the wind, then it's not going to be activated by sort of vibrations as well. So you know, another bonus there. It's obviously not got like a main on-off switch, but you know, I feel 100% confident I can have that in my pocket or in my trouser pocket, and it's not going to sort of suddenly start activating unless I'm actually inhaling on it. So switch works absolutely perfectly. This is actually sort of turning into a full review now, so I'm going to sort of wrap it up now and just get straight to the scores. Okay, so you know, so for looks, if I'm going to judge it with a black battery with a yellow cartomizer, I'll probably have to give it a 5. It doesn't look particularly nice at all. Obviously, now if you're going to choose the white battery with the yellow cartomizer, then it will look quite cigarette-like, so that may well appeal to you. Personally though, you know, with a black cartomizer on, with the black battery, it looks really nice, so I'm quite happy to give that an 8 out of 10. For the vapor production, it's easily on par with any other sort of 510 device out there running at the similar sort of voltage. If not, maybe even a little, just a trifle better, if anything. You know, so I'm quite happy to give that an 8 out of 10. Getting a nice strong throat hit, so I'll give that another 8 out of 10. Battery life, like I said, you know, if you're going to compare it to like a big battery device, it doesn't seem that good. If you compare it to other devices in similar size, the battery life is actually not too bad at all. So I'll give the battery life a 7 out of 10. And like I said, bear in mind, you have got the PCC, so technically battery life isn't really much of an issue anyway. And for the switch performance, you know, the switch works perfectly. Obviously, there is no sort of main on-off switch, but you know, like I said, I do feel very confident that it's not going to sort of, you know, self-activate. So I will quite happily give that a 10 out of 10. Now, if you fancy trying one of these out for yourself, go along to www.jackvapor.com, type in this code at checkout, and that'll give you a 20% discount every time you purchase from them. Thank you very much for watching, and also come along and visit my website at www.e-cig-reviews.com. That's e-cig-reviews.com. Cheers guys, happy vaping, see you later.